Hi guys, this is the Aries reading for May. Guys, apologies. I have been having a few technical issues with my recording system today. So unfortunately, I had already filmed the start of the video and pulled the cards and gone through the usual spiel that I do, gone through kind of the information that I kind of got in the pre-shuffle and the premeditation, but my phone was cut out, so I lost that video. I apologize. So I have already got the cards out here, and I don't want to have to do another reading for you guys because I feel like these cards are the right ones for you. So I am just going to carry on ahead. What I will do though is I will explain. So we're kind of coming into Taurus season. Taurus season is very grounding. You might have been feeling with the last two new moons that we had, two full moons that we had, there's a little bit of heavy energy. You might have been having things resurfacing from a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago, kind of coming back into play and having to take a second look at those. There may have been a lot of heavy kind of energy the last few days, with that kind of energy kind of starting to disperse and the new moon energy starting to take over. So you might have not been feeling 100%. You might have been feeling a little bit kind of unstable, a little bit like of stagnancy, a little bit of kind of feeling a little bit ill, headaches, nauseousness, really like a lot of tiredness, things like that, because there is a lot of purging kind of going on at the moment. So with the new moon coming in now on today, the 4th of May, may the 4th be with you, then sorry, had to, then you will be feeling this kind of new renewed energy. So the focus with the Taurus new moon is all about taking a look at yourself within, analyzing your character traits, your personalities, you as a person internally. So what you want to kind of chuck out and what you want to kind of move into. So things like am I being too lazy, or am I being too stubborn, or am I being too selfish, or things like that, or am I being lazy enough? Do I need to take some time for myself? Those sorts of things. So just analyzing your character and kind of shedding old and starting new. There's also a focus on finances, so you might be taking a look at your kind of accounts, your job, your career, your cash flow access, things like that. So just focus on that. There's also then a focus on perseverance. So if you've been working really hard on things and you felt a little bit of stagnancy recently, keep persevering, because that is going to pay off for you soon enough. It's just that those energies have been kind of harder over the last couple of weeks or the last few days. So again, guys, I have builders in the moment, so if you hear building noises, apologies. And also, I'm really sorry for my nails. I know they're atrocious. I have gotten gel nails on for the first time and I haven't got the tools taken off, so I'm waiting for an appointment. So please excuse that. Anyway, let's get into it. So the pre-shuffle and the meditation I did for you before I came on camera was, I actually got a little image of you kind of riding a horse and you're kind of like, I'm going this way. So it's definitely very much an energy of marching forward. So you're marching forward and you know exactly which direction you're going. So that's a really nice energy for you, especially with kind of Taurus season. You definitely felt that for yourself, maybe in your in your birthday month, and I got that in the reading as well. It's like you knew your direction, you were going for it. This month I feel like that's almost kind of reoccurring for you with an extra bit of push and energy, but with the Taurus kind of groundedness, that's even more so, and it's a lot more of a grounded energy. So that's a really nice energy to have as well. So okay, let's get into the cards. So like I said, I'd already pre-pulled them. So the first one, and I love this because it's so true to what I was saying earlier, first card that you got is the Knight of Swords. So you are rushing on ahead. You can see it's literally like I was talking to you before. You're on your horse, you've got your sword, and you're steaming on ahead in that direction. You know the direction you're taking. So you are rushing on ahead. Now, this could be in terms of a situation. It could also be in terms of a person that you are dealing with in your life. So this could be, you thinking your, your logic and thoughts being in your head and wanting to suddenly express some thoughts that you have with regards to somebody. Or this could be floods of new information coming into you and you wanting to charge forward with that information to someone and tell them. Okay, so could be to deal with a situation, could be just you wanting to kind of push ahead with things in general, or could be to do with like in terms of a relationship with someone, so that's friends, family, It could be love situation, or co-workers, anything. So it could be just you wanting to rush forward to someone with some information, okay? So whatever it is, you know where you're going and you're rushing on ahead, you're marching on ahead, okay? I say that then because you then had the Chariot. Now the Chariot came out in reverse. So I feel like there's a little bit of a, you're you kind of know which direction you kind of wanted to take, but because this is in reverse, you were kind of holding off on, completely making a decision. But then with that kind of Knight of Swords coming in, it's like you get that clarity, that logic and thought of information flooding into your, into your head, and you suddenly then realize, okay, yeah, that's the direction I need to take, and it turns this around for you, and then you're full steam ahead. Okay, so I really feel like, yeah, it is in reverse, so there's a little bit of stagnancy with the last energy that we've just been having recently, but then when he comes in, it's all systems go, and it turns around, and you're straight ahead, okay? So I feel like as well, there's a lot of kind of like celebratory energy. So with whatever that situation is, whatever that situation is you're celebrating this month with friends and family, okay? There's reasons for you to celebrate. You might be kind of on, you might be persevering with some sort of a creative endeavor, or, a job, or in terms of finances, you might be celebrating promotions or a new job. You could be, or starting a new business, or it could just be you being out and, really enjoying yourself, letting yourself kind of go, kind of getting in touch with your inner kind of self, and really kind of letting your hair down and enjoying yourself this month with friends and family. So whatever reason or whatever situation this is for you, enjoy it. Those times don't come often, so enjoy yourself. However, I will say, don't overindulge this month, Aries. I feel like there's an intuitive kind of feeling I'm getting off this, that sometimes things can be, you can self-indulge a little bit. And Aries, when they do let their hair down, they don't do it often, but when they do, sometimes there's a tendency to overindulge a little bit. And with Taurus season at the moment, there is a focus on, taking time to, have some time to yourself and, enjoy yourself a little bit. But there is a tendency sometimes then for it to be almost like overindulging in those things. So just be careful of that this month, Aries. Don't overindulge. You don't want any hang-on-overs. You don't want any of those sorts of things, okay? So just just know your limits, okay? Celebrate all you want and enjoy yourself, but just know your limits with that, okay? Don't get gluttonous, all right? So yeah, wonderful reason to celebrate. That's great. So where I was talking about this kind of Knight of Swords, and this kind of Chariot being in the reverse, and not kind of being 100% about where to go, or how to kind of move forward with things before this Knight comes in. I feel like, yeah, you got the Nine of Wands here. So, but you got it in reverse. So the Nine of Wands, you can see he's like standing there. He's like almost checking all of these wands and seeing which one suits him best. He's like holding on to this one for dear life. Okay, so he knows he wants that one, but he's trying to figure out from all of these other wands which is going to be the best one and the most suitable for him. So I feel like you've been kind of doing that with the Chariot in reverse there. You've been kind of trying to figure out which option is going to be the best option for you to take. But once you do, okay, so that came in the reverse. So I feel like because this, because you've been trying to decide on whatever this is for you, you've kind of been like a little bit stagnant because you've been trying to choose. But once you do choose and you turn that round and you realize which one it is that you want to take, it's like, yeah, this Chariot turns around because, this guy comes in suddenly. Look, he charges in, realizes which one he wants to take, okay, and then suddenly this Chariot then gets turned around and it's full steam ahead, okay. So I feel like, yeah, so there is a few kind of decisions on which choice to make, but then you're taking that and you're running with it, okay. So yeah, I say that as well because you got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is very much in terms of he knows exactly what he needs, okay, or what he knows exactly. It's like the Hierophant is all about so hierarchy, okay. So things like the law system, the it can be higher education, it can be higher religious orders, it can be higher governmental orders, governmental, that's not a word, is it? Governmental orders. Can't speak. So yeah, so any sort of hierarchy in society, okay. So there could be decisions that you're having to take with regards to certain situations. So say, for example, you know, you may be dealing with a work situation, okay, and you may have been wanting a promotion, okay, and suddenly, you know, you're trying to figure out how you're going to get that promotion, or how you can kind of get to that kind of level. Suddenly that information comes swooping into you, you go full steam ahead, okay, and then, you know, you're able to kind of apply for that promotion, or take that leap of faith to do it, you know, start a new business, or those sorts of things. Now, I will say, it could also be that some of you are, you know, realizing what course that you want to take at university, because that rules, you know, higher education as well, you know. So you might be starting a new degree or a new class or something like that as well. Okay, so there's lots of different areas where this could kind of come into play. So yeah, I do feel like once you decide, it's full steam ahead with that. The other thing I would say is, for a second group of you, whatever the situation is that you're dealing with, I feel like that hierarchy is kind of like, it's overlooking you, and it's almost like a, how do I say it? It's almost like you're being kind of, there's guides that are watching over this process for you. So persevere with it, okay? Because you're being divinely guided with it, is kind of how I feel from this card, okay? The other thing I will say is that, so whatever this choice is that you're kind of trying to make, or this decision, or decisions, it could be more than one, whatever this is, I feel like, you know, you were that a little bit confused about what kind of road to take. This may have been situations cropping up from the past. For some of you, it could be situations currently, okay? For some of you, this may have been reoccurring situations that you're having to make decisions on that were coming back up from the past. The reason I say that is because we have the Judgment card as your last card here, okay? So I do feel like there's almost like a resurrection of some sort of choice that you have to make, and you need to make the decision carefully, you know, so that you can, you know, push forward and move forward, and move forward with clarity and purpose, okay? So I do feel like, yeah, for some of you, it's to do with old situations. For some of you, then, it is to do with current situations, and it's almost like there's a rebirth of yourself. So there's a resurrection of yourself, and or a new way of thinking, or, you know, you go within, because the Taurus season is about kind of doing that. You're going within, connecting with yourself, your inner self, realizing a lot of kind of like different thoughts, and kind of a different perspective of looking at things, being able then to make a choice because you kind of rebirthed yourself, or rebirthed your way of thinking. So there's definitely, whatever it is this month, there's definitely you realizing thought, logic, clarity on certain situations, certain choices you have to make, and then fully running with it because you kind of rebirthed yourself, or rebirthed your way of thinking about that situation or that person or anything like that, okay? So I do feel like, yeah, there's a rebirth, and then a push forward with clarity, and you're moving forward. So that stagnancy that stagnancy that you may have been feeling towards the start of the month, or just before the month started, that starts to kind of push out, and you're just like straight on, which is what I got for you in the pre-meditation anyway. So that makes sense. Okay, so let me have a little look. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you guys as well. But I want to see, let's have a little look. I'm going to clarify with the same deck. I'm going to clarify let me have a little look. I'm going to clarify the Nine of Wands and the Judgment card. So let's have a look. Why is the Nine of Wands here for Aries, please? Why is the Nine of Wands here for Aries? Why is the Nine of Wands here for Aries? Oh. Okay. Let's pull another one. Why is the Nine of Wands here for Aries, please? Why is the Nine of Wands here for Aries? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so to clarify whatever decisions these are that you have to make, or what wand it is that you're going to choose, I got the Queen of Cups. And for a second I was like, is this to do with a relationship? Because it's cups, it's emotions, feelings. But I actually feel that it's not. I feel, for some of you, it could be to do with a relationship. So you could be having to choose between certain people, certain people. But with wands, I don't feel like it's necessarily that. For me, the most intuitive reading that I'm getting from this card is that it's to do with your intuition. You can see it's a water. So this is a water energy card. So this is Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, okay? And water is all about intuition. So I feel like you're almost like tapping into your intuition. this month, and then you're kind of getting that clarity and that kind of logical thought process about something, or that new clarity about how to look at something, and that's then propelling you forward to be able to make that choice. So I definitely feel like this has got to do with like tapping into your intuition, guys. Now it could be to do with a love situation, and if that is the case, you are feeling like this person, because you have been out celebrating, there is emotions, it's cups, there is emotions and feelings there as well, and you've been out celebrating with people. So you may have been kind of flirting a little bit, you may have been kind of out celebrating with someone that you're crushing on. So that could be the case, and if that is the case, that it is to do with a situation of love, or kind of crushing, or a friend or family member, or whatever it is, this Queen of Cups could be the energy that person embodies for you. So this is maybe how you view them, as in like they're very, they've got that queen kind of energy. They've got, they're very calm and collected with things. They're very connected with their intuition. They're very like, they're very kind of grounded, and they're kind of like, or not grounded in the sense that they are very connected with their intuition, and they're very connected with their emotions and their feelings. And for you, you like that. You're drawn to that as an energy. So I feel like if this isn't to do with you gaining intuition about this choice, this is to do with a person that you view in this kind of status. Okay. The reason I say that as well is because the second card that came out was the Emperor, to clarify this choice that you were having to make. So it's almost like an emperor. So you're feeling like you're kind of either emperor, kind of in an emperor kind of state, and this person that you view is like the Queen of Cups. Okay. So the Emperor has everything that he needs. He rules from his head. He is very grounded, very calm and collected, and that's why there's a connection between these two, because at the moment you're viewing this person as that kind of calm and collected in terms of their intuition. So this is water energy, and this is more kind of like grounded kind of energy. Okay. So I feel like they're almost kind of like they're matching there, even though they aren't a match. It's not Emperor and Empress, or King of Cups and Queen of Cups. It's almost like there's almost like a match of kind of sorts there kind of going on. If this is to do with a situation and it's not to do with a person, I feel like, in order for you to make those decisions, you're going within, connecting with your intuition. And then the Emperor is all to do with like making your decision, clearly. It's a decision taken from a lot of thinking and grounded kind of thought process. You're embodying that Emperor kind of energy to be able to make this decision. So it's very calm, collected, thought out well, and it's a thought process or a decision that's not taken lightly. There's a lot of thought goes into it, so you're on the right direction with making a decision from that Emperor kind of energy there. So I like that. Very good energy. Okay, so why is Judgment here for Aries, guys? Why is it Judgment here for Aries, please? Why is Judgment here for Aries? I want that one. Okay. Yeah, okay. So to clarify the Judgment card, we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So the reason, what I feel from this card is that where you were feeling a little bit stuck with these energies, trying to make that decision, wanting to move forward but feeling like you couldn't, that there was a bit of stagnancy there. I feel like, you were like holding on to these pentacles. These pentacles are all to do with your core kind of things in life. So your foundations, your home, family, environment, your career, finances, all those things that you need in life to be able to, your bare essentials, okay? So I feel like you were holding on to a few of those things for dear life because you were like unsure about where to move forward with them, okay? And that's why you weren't able to make that decision on how to move forward, okay? But once that rebirth comes in, it's like you kind of start to let go of that because you've got that kind of sudden clarity about how to move forward with it, and then you turn this around, you're full steam ahead, and because of this rebirth, then you're able to make the decision. And you're able to kind of let go of that kind of holding on to things for dear life. So it's almost like you're because this is in the reverse, it's like you're releasing that energy of holding on for dear life to things, okay? So that's good because that's positive movement forward. You're shedding that old kind of like clutching onto things kind of energy. And you're like, no, it's okay. I know now I've connected within, I know my intuition, I've figured out I need to go this direction. So that's a lovely energy to have. I like that. So guys, let's have a little look. I'm going to pull some oracle decks for you now. So as always, guys, all the information is below on any of the decks that I use. So if you want to know what they are, check out the link. So let's have a little look. what does Aries need to know for May, please, guys? What does Aries need to know for May? What does Aries need to know for May, please? What does Aries? Ooh, flying out today. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Okay, that's literally what I was just saying. You got North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Okay, and I feel like you're doing that this month because you're letting go of that control that you've been trying to clutch on to for so long. So whatever it is that you've been trying to control, trying to clutch on to, trying to hold on to for dear life, you're letting go of that and slowly starting to realize that it's okay for you to release that control and move forward in a new way. So yeah, step out of your comfort zone, definitely. Okay, that's good energy to be having, especially with grounded Taurus energy as well, because it's like it's going to ground you in whatever decisions that you make. They're going to be good, fully formed decisions, or yeah, for moving forward. So I like that. Okay, and the second one that I'm going to do is the Spirit Oracle deck. So what does Aries need to know for May, please? Woo! What does Aries need to know for May? What does Aries need to know for May? Nope. Okay. That's it. What'd you get? Lovely. Okay. So you got guidance. Okay. And it says on the back, it says, release the past to the eternal winds and allow new energies to enter your life. New energies, rebirthing. Okay. You are a creation that is vast and endless with no beginning and no end. Allow your life to flow like a river. The flowing of a river, intuition, water, go with the flow, ebbs and flows. Allow your life to flow like a river, for the spirit of love will guide you and keep you safe. Absolutely. Go out and celebrate, enjoy life, let the ebb and flow of water take you where you need to be, and, you know, just release the past and go with the flow. You know your direction. You are marching on ahead anyway. You know the direction you need to go. You just need to click in with that intuition and things will start to come through, okay? So yeah, I love that guy for you guys. That's really nice. So yeah, lots of lovely kind of forward, kind of positive energy kind of coming in. You know, you're releasing the old and making way for the new, and you're pushing through with your new direction, which is very much what this new moon in Taurus is all about. You know, so I really like this reading for you guys. It's very positive. So well done. Nice one, guys. So as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't already done so, click the like button and hit the subscribe button, please. Also, if this resonated for you, please let me know in the comments below, because it's always really interesting to find out how things are resonating for different people. Okay. Also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, I very much appreciate it if you do. I thank you in advance if you do, because it helps me to be able to do more of these videos and be able to get them out to you guys. So I thank you in advance, and I love you very much for that if you do. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for being here as always. And I will see you guys in June. June already, that's mad. But yeah, okay, have a wonderful month, guys. Bye.